There is no food like Thai food that tickles all the right senses. And among the regions of Thai cuisine, the north boasts some of the deepest food culture packed with savory, umami-rich flavors. Nestled between Myanmar and Yunnan province in China, Chiang Mai's food reflects its mountainous terrain, earthy, herbaceous, and boldly fermented. Today, I'm taking you on a culinary journey through the northern jungles of Thailand, from fan favorites like Khao soy, creamy curried egg noodle soup, to lesser-known gems like Yunnanese pea porridge that you should know about, by the way, and even exotic bites like raw chicken Laab.
So what are you waiting for? Hop on! But safety first. This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Tucked away in northern Thailand, Chiang Mai is a spiritual place nestled in the jungle. The inner city is wrapped in ancient walls and reminders of its history and the former capital of Lana Kingdom. But to really explore, rent a moped, just make sure you've got an international driver's license. It's the best way to hop between temples, markets, and of course, elephant rescue sanctuaries.
Our first stop, we're gonna go get some Laab. La 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 la. La 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 la. Chicken Laab.
No cook.
No cook.
Okay.
ขอบคุณค่ะ What is Laab? One may ask. And I do not have the answers to the universe. I am not ChatGPT. I am simply Doobie. It's a traditional minced meat salad and the national dish of Laos. And you might be wondering, why am I having Laotian food when I'm in Chiang Mai? Well, it really has to do with Chiang Mai's geographic location. Chiang Mai is kind of in the center of Myanmar on one side, Laos on one side, and Yunnan on the top. So all of these countries' influences are represented in the food. So that's why we have Laab, we have some sour pork, we have papaya salad, we have beef curry, and this one is the cooked minced beef Laab, as well as sausage and sticky rice. Definitely there's a reason why this isn't listed on the English menu. I feel like a lot of people watching are gonna be super scared about salmonella, but the way they're preparing it is super professional. It's a very clean kitchen, and it was refrigerated until 5 seconds ago before it arrived to the table. So there is pork crackling that's been crushed up, some kaffir lime leaf that's been deep fried, crispy shallots, my favorite, as well as some green onion sprinkled on top. And as for the meat itself, it's very dark red, which is like very different from what I would have expected the raw chicken to look like, but I think it's because it's so heavily spiced and seasoned. Wow, that smells so aromatic. Let's give it a try. I don't know if this is the first and last meal I'll have in Chiang Mai, so honestly, if I just forget that this is raw chicken, this is so delicious. I love the mixture between the soft, spiced meat along with the sticky rice. This is probably chicken that's been dealt in a very specific way to ensure that it's not containing salmonella. Hopefully. We'll find out in 24 hours. So when we were walking into the restaurant, the lady, she was finishing grilling up the sour pork that was wrapped around banana leaves. This literally looks like Spam. It smells so nice and sour, which I feel like, you know, you might be freaked out, like pork and meats should not smell sour, but it's a really nice aromatic acidity to it. Texture on this is insane. You get these big pieces of the pork lard that's been almost gelatinized. It's a little sour, it's chunky. It's not as like smooth and homogeneous in consistency as Spam, called nem. So the reason why it's sour has to do with the way it's prepared. It's made with minced pork skin, which is why you get those nice, you know, globules of fat when you bite into it, and it's nice and gelatinized, as well as sticky rice. That's what binds everything together. And then you wrap it in a banana leaf, leave it at room temperature to ferment on its own, so that it develops that sour taste, and then grill it. I know it can sound a little freaky. This in kimchi jjigae would go wild. Wild, wild, wild. Som tam. You've seen it in our Bangkok episode, but if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a young papaya salad that's been shredded, and this one has carrots, a bunch of aromatics. You make the base of it by pounding garlic and chili. and adding in fish sauce to flavor it with a little bit of sweetness to offset it, as well as a lot of lime juice. Crunchy, refreshing, acidic, coming from the two heavier meaty dishes. This is like the perfect dish to kind of offset some of that meatiness and heaviness, closer to like a fast pickle than a salad, because it's essentially, you know, quick marinating with a bunch of aromatics with acidity and sugar to kind of tenderize it. And while my mouth is degusting the papaya salad, I'm gonna have a nice juicy centerpiece of the sausage. I understand why Mark Waen's catchphrase is, "Oh wow." It is, "Oh wow," so good. There's a really nice spiciness that's really kicking through. The aromatics of the chilies and the garlic and the big fat globules. I'm gonna start using that word. I know there's gonna be people who email me later on and be like, "That's so disgusting you use that word to describe food." Don't care. I love this big fat globule that's embedded within to give it that creaminess. I love the spice coming through. Am I going to pay the price for it tomorrow? Yeah. But you know what? You live by day here in Chiang Mai. And you know, yesterday is yesterday's problems, and today is a great day when you have a little bit of sausage, and tomorrow, we don't talk about tomorrow, we just eat. We had roti in Bangkok, and I feel like roti is roti. And there's a very famous roti place that's been on the Michelin Bib Gourmand list for the past 5 years. And there's already a line that formed around it. We came a little bit early, it opens at 6.
Roti is a crispy pan-fried flatbread that's usually filled with banana and egg. In Chiang Mai, spots like Rotee Pa have taken it to the next level with perfectly crispy layers, coconut oil cooking, and even a Michelin nod.
So the biggest difference between this roti place and the other roti place that we tried in Bangkok is that they use coconut oil to fry instead of ghee. Coconut oil is a great oil to fry in because it has a high smoke point and it's aromatic, and it's gonna also result in a more lighter fry. So this one's one with Milo and egg inside. So Milo is a chocolate powder by Nestle that I think everyone grew up drinking. Smells like my childhood. The pancake is really nice and crispy. I love the Milo powder, and it kind of becomes almost chocolatey with the condensed milk on top. So this was the exact same order as the one that we did in Bangkok. Chocolate roti. So there's egg inside, and then like sliced bananas, and then wrapped like a little envelope, deep fried in coconut oil, and then dressed with condensed milk as well as chocolate sauce. Let's try. I want to say I can taste the difference in the toppings, but the topping seems to be like the very standard commercialized sauces. This just tastes like Hershey's chocolate sauce. Very good, but is it worth waiting like 40 minutes for? I mean, you know the answer to this already. No, it's gonna be the same as like another roti shop around the corner. But what I am really excited for is the butter roti. So this one is the butter roti one. The way you make this one, you spread thin the roti, and then you do a smear of butter, roll it up into a wheel, and then flatten it. That's why this one is a lot smaller and more denser, but you can see a lot more layers. So essentially, it's just making pastry dough on the side. Pretty cool. Okay. By far the best one is, I think, the butter roti. The butteriness, the individual flakes really come alive. It becomes super crispy. The mixture of the buttery saltiness and then the condensed milk, very, very good. Wow, this one is really good. But then again, it kind of defeats the purpose of frying in coconut oil. Other ones, I would say, very similar to whatever roti stand that you can find. But the butter roti here, pretty phenomenal, I will say. So if you want to try it, queue and come early.
After kickstarting our night market crawl with some sweet crispy roti, we hopped on the moped in search for something brothy, spicy, and salty. That led us to Nam Nyao, a rich pork and tomato soup simmered with dried chili and garlic. It's bold, comforting, and a must-try in Lana cuisine.
But we got Nam Nyao, and it's a spicy pork noodle broth. And on top you have coagulated pork blood. And on top is minced crispy garlic, and the broth is this chili oil rising to the top. You have these chunks of tomato and pork. I'm gonna just mix it all together. It's shrimpy, it's salty, it's spicy, like lardiness from the minced pork meat also as well. It tastes like a shrimpy bolognese. I'm gonna try the coagulated blood. It smells super fresh. That's so tasty. It's so creamy. Also, we're here close to midnight and this place closes at 2 a.m. It really feels like the perfect drunchy and I'm really digging it. To be completely honest, we were kind of struggling finding some local markets here in Chiang Mai and especially within the inner historic circle. In order to get to some of the really local markets where the locals are really eating, you need to take a 10-minute ride. But this market right next to where we were eating, like it's past midnight and it's still so bustling and it's only getting started. It's all the locals that worked inner city that come out, that live here, get a bite to eat late night and then go back home.
We're ending the night with a little sweet Khanom Krok, a Thai street snack made from coconut milk and rice flour batter cooked in a hot cast iron pan until golden and crisp on the outside and gooey in the center.
So this is Khanom Krok and it's a coconut pancake and she's making them right now. You can get different toppings. A very popular topping is sweet corn or with scallions, but we opted for the classic. And once she's done pouring the rice flour batter, now the coconut milk goes in. She spoons it a little bit in the center. And what the rice flour is doing is working as a coagulant, making sure that the pancakes are intact. But then the coconut milk in the center is what makes that really nice coconut flavor and gooiness. And then it gets cooked for 10 minutes. I love the fact that it's still slightly runny in the center. To me, that's a really good sign. It's creamy. Really, the best description I can give is think of a takoyaki, but made with coconut and creamy. It's nice and supple. There are different schools to it. Some are really crispy and not really soft inside, but this is more on the gooey side, and honestly, it's so warm and comforting. Warm, sweet coconut flavor that just bursts in your mouth.
And that is everything we ate for day one. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow.
I'm a little bit swollen today from eating so much salty food last night, but it was worth it. But to redeem ourselves in terms of health points, we're gonna go get some nice and healthy Burmese tofu noodles. So this is a Burmese style yellow split pea porridge. And she has this like big cauldron, kind of like stewing with the big batch. And then she tops it off with peanuts, cilantro, chili oil, and a little bit of Maggi, which is quite literally my favorite sauce on this planet. And also on the bottom of it is noodles. So it's this like noodle thick porridge. I'm just gonna mix it all together. So this style of porridge actually originates from the Shan province. We also ordered Burmese tofu salad as well. So the people of Shan are an ethnic minority in the Yunnan province, and as we talked about, because of the geographic location of Chiang Mai, and that's why some of this food is influenced by it. Split pea porridge. This is something that probably my mom would make me eat when I'm sick. I thought it was gonna taste healthy, and that's kind of it, like oatmeal, but this actually tastes so bomb. So the pea porridge is like super flavorful. On its own, it's so delicious. And with the noodles, it adds like a nice textural contrast. I love the little bits of peanut that kind of are crunchy, cilantro, super herbal and aromatic, and a little bit of chili oil to really brighten everything up. This is actually one of the best bites we've gotten so far here in Chiang Mai, and we've been eating good in Chiang Mai too. Wow, it's actually my favorite thing I've eaten so far here in Chiang Mai. Also like totally different from kanji, but in a way it also reminds me of it. So this one is a split pea tofu. You know, I'm East Asian, so in my books, there's only one type of tofu, and that's made from soybeans. I only learned recently that there's also different types of tofu, and this one is made with yellow split pea, which is so smart because yellow split pea has a tendency to also coagulate, and it becomes this more like liang pi like texture. That liang pi is also like this like white jelly that's commonly eaten in a lot of parts of China, and it's more like jelly-like, whereas tofu is more feta-like. Do you feel? So this one has blanched bean sprouts, coriander, green onion, chili oil, and crushed peanuts, and also Maggi as well. I think Maggi is actually the secret sauce behind this also. That looks so bomb. Cold, refreshing. The Burmese tofu is nice and slippery. It's like the perfect breakfast on a hot summer day. I love the crunch coming from the bean sprouts and also another nuttiness coming from the peanuts as well. I'm shaking. You need to try. Yeah.
We're exploring the Thai Muslim part of Chiang Mai, and what immediately caught my attention was the smoky, irresistible smell of coconut milk marinated satay grilling over open flames. And you already know, satay makes me sachet.
So you know how in Bangkok we got pork satay? So usually for satay, pork is the most commonly used protein. However, us being in the Halal Chinese sector of Chiang Mai, we got half and half beef satay as well as chicken satay. I love the fact that the fat cap is at the very end right here. Juicy, tender, and she brushes it with the coconut milk midway through to make sure that it doesn't dry out, and it's really well marinated. Okay, and then on the side we have this sticky, thick bean sauce. Wow. Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna chase it with a little onion for ants. Get it? It's another Zoolander. It's like a whole onion condensed into this big, but then the flavor is that of a big onion. So this one is the chicken satay. Super tender, mild, almost sweet and juicy. Very good. But I prefer the beef one. Beef is really, really good. The world's tiniest chili.
Is this a chili for ants?
We have a saying in Korea that says, it's the small chili that's the spiciest. I think they were talking about Thai chilies. And small penises. But aside from that, that's so spicy. Oh my God. That's so spicy. Oh my God. Like here, burning. Here is burning. Like the juices split out. Oh, also, I did not shit my pants from yesterday.
Yay!
After a protein-packed breakfast, we headed over to Khajôn Wat Ket, a Michelin Bib Gourmand awarded spot renowned for its Vietnamese Thai street food. Their signature dish, Khao Pach Mo, features delicate steamed rice crepes filled with savory sweet mixture of minced pork and peanuts, topped with crispy shallots and served with their side of rich coconut cream. For those with a sweet tooth, they also offer a version filled with sweet mung bean paste. Each bite showcases the culinary heritage of Vietnamese immigrants adapting to northern Thai tastes.
The Vietnamese rice roll, bang quon. So this is very, very similar to that, but it's called, it says over there, Saku Se Mu and Khao Pach Mo. Butchered it. Yeah. The way they're making it is also just, it makes my mouth water so much. Wow. So it's actually a sweet peanut filling inside the bang quon. She dollops a little bit while she makes it. So first you have the rice batter and you spoon it on top of one of the steamers. It's covered with a thin mesh white cloth. Spoon it and then spread it out like you would with a crepe, and then put a domed lid on top so that it steams. And once that sets, you put the peanut mixture, dollop it a little bit, and then fold it from both sides like a little envelope, and then cut it into fours. And that's how you get this piece. And they're making it constantly as we're speaking right now. And there are so many cars that are stopping, almost like a drive-through, picking up big batches of orders. The mix of the soft, silky rice envelope with the really nutty peanut inside and the sweet, smooth coconut milk, the mixture of all these three, it's a symphony in my mouth. And then this one is the pork filling. So it's a pork mixture and then wrapped around What I'm assuming is tapioca and rice. It looks like a mochi or one big nipple. I've never tried anything like this in my life. Imagine if a tapioca ball got lost and met a pork, got pregnant, and that's the pregnant state. So there's a little pork inside a gigantic rice ball, but the pork inside is actually sweet. I would consider this more to be a sweet than a savory because the pork inside, it tastes like pork floss. And what's interesting is you get a slice of lettuce to eat, to wrap it up like a little morsel. It doesn't do like that much, but I like the crunch that it adds along with the really chewy texture. Honestly, the Michelin bib in Chiang Mai has lost some street cred with me after the Rotee Pa, but this actually claimed it back. This is like a true local gem. Also like no tourists at all. So literally walking distance from the Baan Piemsuk place, there is a very, very famous cake shop that is kind of touted as one of the must things to do for a lot of like Thai people, especially that are traveling to Chiang Mai. And we're gonna go get a coconut cream pie.
After a taste of tradition, we're switching things up with possibly the best cake I've ever had in my life. First, a coconut cream pie made with actual freaking coconuts, then a banana toffee pie using ripe northern Thai bananas caramelized to perfection. It's the best of Thai produce meets French patisserie oui.
God damn. There's small chunks of fresh coconut embedded within the cream. The coconut cream itself, so light, so fluffy. You also get a little bit of that coconut sugar notes coming through. This is by far the best dessert we've had in 2025. So from what I've gathered on Thai TikTok is you need to come here before like 1 or 2 p.m. because that's when all the coconut cake is sold out. So come and get your cakes early. Honestly, do a stop at the Baan Piemsuk place, then come here, get a nice cup of coffee with the 2 cakes. Phenomenal experience. Like, I've had coconut cream pies before, but it's never tasted like actual coconut really before. With this, fresh coconut embedded within. Are you okay?
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah. It's electrifying.
Okay, so this one's the banana. Wow.
The bananas.
It's the bananas that makes all the difference. I just drooled as I said it.
Khao soi is northern Thailand's most iconic noodle dish, a rich coconut curry soup with soft egg noodles, tender braised chicken or beef, and a crown of crispy noodles for crunch. It's creamy, spicy, and packed with warm spices like turmeric and curry paste. In Chiang Mai, every spot has its own twist, some smokier, some sweeter, but my favorite is Khao soi Long Prakit Kat Kromp, a local legend that even made the Michelin list.
We ordered a beef khao soi, and then here is the Hainanese chicken rice, but we did half and half. So half of it is fried, and the other half is the low braised Hainanese chicken, and then underneath is the rice that's flavored with the broth of the chicken. And here we have the trifecta of the northern Thai supporting dishes. We have a little bit of the pickled mustard greens, that's red onion, and as well as lime. And for the Hainanese chicken, we have the broth as well as the 2 different types of sauces. This one is more of like the roasty notes, and this is a sweet and sour chili sauce. I love this. It's the first time we've seen like chili crisp on the table. Very similar to, there's a pot boiling with all the aromatic soup, and then at the end he adds a little bit of the coconut milk on top, so it almost becomes like a split sauce, and then obviously topped up with the fried egg noodles on top. I just kind of mix everything together. This is like closer to gravy than soup. It's thick, it's meaty, it's so indulgent. The spices, like I did a mini cough as soon as I slurped, and that's exactly what I want when it comes to khao soi. I want it to be heavily spiced. I want it to be thick. I really want it to be tasting like the braising liquid that it was. And this can only be achieved by braising for a long time and in large quantity. That's the most important thing. I'm gonna add it with some of the red onions to give it some more crunch, as well as the pickled mustard greens that really, really reminds me of suan chai. A good sprinkle of lime to really brighten up the acidity. And let's see how this tastes compared to before. And obviously, even though it's spicy, I want that extra spice. But also by adding the pickled mustard greens, the crunchy red onion, and the squeeze of lime, it becomes a completely different flavor profile. I really recommend you to try it just as is on its own, and then midway through kind of spice it up, because you get almost 2 soups for a price of 1. And then this one is the half and half Hainanese chicken rice. Crunch test, very good. It's not warm, the fried chicken, but it's still incredibly crispy. I'm gonna get a little bit of the rice. Let me just try the chicken. If you want my honest opinion, just come and order 2 khao soy next time.
This is a classic Thai drinks card, bright, busy, and full of nostalgia. It's more than just a drink for a lot of Thai people. It's an icy treat that represents the taste of childhood.
You know what this bag reminds me of? I was once on a subway in New York on my way to JFK, and then there was this man who jerked off and then peed in a bag and tied it up and then put it in a bag. This is exactly what it looks like. When she pulled that green stocking out, I knew we had to try it. So this one's like a Thai green tea latte drink. Actually, we requested for slightly less sweet than Thai sweet because Thai sweet literally puts me in a coma and I can't move for any more hours. My pre-diabetic Asian ass literally just sometimes just starts shaking. It's actually pretty good, but it doesn't taste anything like green tea. It just has a little bit of that bitterness. So this is the pink drink. This really reminds me of some other thing, but low-key, I feel like I'm drinking something illegal. Let's try the pink drink. I will be honest and say that it's not my favorite drink.
What is it? Is it sweet? Is it fruity?
It tastes like Bath and Body Works. It tastes like a little outfit change, wearing the quintessential doobie outfit with the OG kimchi in the back. We've come to a Burmese restaurant here in Chiang Mai. That's it.
We're getting Burmese food for dinner at Nong Bee's, and there are a few things you have to try. Tea leaf salad, young tamarind leaf salad, and a shan-style rice. Tea leaf salad is a crunchy, tangy mix of fermented tea leaves, peanuts, fried garlic, sesame seeds, and cabbage. It's salty, sour, and packed with umami. Young tamarind leaf salad combines tender tamarind leaves, shallots, roasted chili lime, and peanuts for a bright herbal bite that's hard to find outside of this region. Shan-style rice is a sticky rice mixed with turmeric, tomato, garlic oil, served with minced pork and pickled greens. Chiang Mai sits close to the Myanmar border, so you'll find dishes here that you won't get anywhere else in Thailand. It's one of the best places to explore Burmese flavors without ever crossing the border.
So we're at Nong Bee's Burmese restaurant. Don't be fooled when it says BB's Myanmar and Thai food restaurant, because Burma is the old name of Myanmar. I said that with not much conviction, so let me try that again. Burma is the old name for Myanmar, so it's the same thing. So this is called a shan rice. Super interesting in plating. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. It kind of is almost plated like tuna tartare, but it's rice. So it's white rice that's been seasoned in a bunch of different things. There's a little bit of chili oil, garlic oil, salt, MSG. Wow, that's really nice. A little bit of tomato also. I really like the garlic oil that she spread on top. It's really nice and sticky, it's oily. It's like a Shan style risotto. You can think of it like that. And then here we have the chicken and potato curry. What I like about a lot of these restaurants is that all the curry is pre-cooked and kind of set to let marinate for a good day. And I think the flavors, it almost becomes more nuanced. Butter chicken in a sense, but minus the sweetness. There's no coconut puree to thicken it because it's in Burma, a little bit more north. So this is a young tamarind leaf salad. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's good. Super fresh, acidic. She didn't add any lime or any acidity to it, but even then, it's really bright and fresh. Tea leaf salad. It's literally what it sounds like. It's tea leaves that's dressed with peas, tomatoes, the tea leaf with a bunch of different herbs. Because there was so much excess of teas, you need to find a way to consume it, right? Because you don't want it to go to waste and it tastes great. And you also have the tea leaf itself adds a nice bitterness. And I think a lot of people get kind of scared when they think of bitter food, but actually bitterness is what keeps you wanting more. We came by this place a couple days ago with the sweet smell of toasted bread. It was just wafting through the streets and we were just wondering, or actually it was more Kevin wondering, what is this sweet smell? A smell of home? And that's how we found this place. Okay, so they do one thing here, and you'll see in a second what it is, but I'm gonna go for butter, sweetened condensed milk, and sugar. That's the one I'm gonna go for.
I'm with a white man who's obsessed with bread, and something about thick slices grilled over charcoal, then smothered in warm, melty butter made him so happy his molars were showing. TimNomSod is a local favorite, tourists love it too, but they're known for one thing only: grilled bread. Simple, nostalgic, and dangerously good.
We got a Indian tea latte and then a Thai tea latte. This one's a little bit more bitter. This one's a little bit more sweet and caramelly. And the mix of these two is really, really good. So this one is the regular grilled bread, pandan dipping, and a Thai tea dipping. So it's like a condensed milk custard sauce. It is so good. There are a few things in life that are better than a grilled bread over charcoal. And then this one is the butter, sugar, and condensed milk. As a pre-diabetic, this is probably one of the worst things I can eat for myself. But you know what? I love it. I like to live life on the edge. Damn, this is sweet, but it's so good. This and the coconut cream pie, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
There's nothing that hits quite like a guilty midnight instant ramen, and if we're talking spicy and salty, Mama Yum takes the crown. Thailand's cult favorite tom yum flavored noodles that are sour, spicy, and packed with umami. We jazzed it up with soft-boiled eggs, meatballs, and greens because protein.
When the clock strikes midnight in Chiang Mai, Cinderella doesn't come running down the stairs. Mama Tom Yum starts ripping up the packets of chili oil. So this is the national instant noodle brand of Thailand, but we added a Tom Yum base, so it's basically to instant noodles. You're adding a pounded chili base to make it even spicier, and you spice it up with ingredients like minced pork, some fish balls, squid, Chinese kale, and last but not least, obviously, an egg to top it off. I've been sneezing and wheezing in this restaurant as the moment I stepped in because it smells very, very strong of chilies. But you know what? At this time of night, that's what I want. I want something so salty and spicy that I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. And my face is gonna balloon like twice the size, but you only live today. I guess tomorrow is today, because it's after midnight. Do you see how there's barely any broth to this? And the broth, it's spicy, it's acidic, it's insanely, insanely spicy. But you know what? I didn't even drink, but I feel like my hangover is cured. This is truly the most satisfying drunchies that you can ever find. It's 4 times more spicy than Korean food. That was one spicy ordeal, but it was totally worth it. So good. Okay, let's vroom vroom.
When you're coming to Chiang Mai, something I urge you to time it with is the Friday morning Yunnan market that's held from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. near the Chinese Muslim village. This bustling market is packed with freshly made Yunnanese snacks along with fresh produce rarely seen elsewhere in Thailand. It's a vibrant blend of Chinese and Northern Thai culture, a perfect place to let your appetite guide the way.
Good morning! This is our last day in Chiang Mai, and this is a foodie paradise. You see a lot of the local residents bringing fruits and vegetables and eating, and we're gonna do exactly that. Eat.
Jianbing is one of China's most beloved street breakfasts, a crispy, savory crepe made fresh to order on a hot griddle. It starts with a batter of mung bean and wheat flour, spread thin and topped with egg, scallion, cilantro, and tangy sweet hoisin and chili sauce. The magic happens when it's folded around a piece of crispy fried wonton, giving every bite crunch, spice, and softness all at once.
So this is a jianbing, which is a very common Chinese breakfast. So I asked the lady next to me what the batter was, and it's a rice batter, and then she cracks in an egg, cilantro, scallion, black sesame, and also puts on 2 types of sauces, one brown, one hot sauce, and then flips it over once it gets golden brown, then puts fried tofu bean curd in the middle, breaks it up, folds it, and then just chops it up. Let's try. Good. Texturally, I just know this is gonna be bomb. Wow, 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 wow. Babe, do you see the layers? I want that crepe spreading machine.
Wherever I am in the world, I cannot pass a halal cart without grabbing a couple of samosas, some bhaji, and whatever homemade stew that's been simmering all day. Especially when it's fresh, spicy, and made with love. And to top it off, a warm cup of chai brewed strong and poured high for that perfect frothy finish.
It is brutally hot today. But I am going to drink warm chai because chai is one of my favorite drinks on this planet. Gongcha could never. So we got a bunch of halal Thai dishes. This is goat masala. Here we have some chana, which is chickpeas mashed up, and on top is fried shallots and garlic. We have a naan on the side. This is a coconut cake. It's like somewhere in between like a rice cake but made with coconut. It is so good. We got a little onion fritter. This is the sauce, and obviously a samosa. And she was just frying them as we were talking, so it was irresistible. And obviously I have my nice cup of chai. I'm gonna do a little bit of naan wrapped with chickpea, like so, and a little bit of goat masala. Looks like a big fat juicy taco. Goat is one of those proteins that's so tough and gamey when you don't stew it in a lot of spices for a long time. But hell, when you do, it is so good and tender. Drizzle over. The layers of the samosa are insane. Actually, I was surprised at how long she was frying the samosas for. She really fries it low and slow to really get that even golden brown color on the dough. I love the layers of onion like this. And then the batter right here. Drizzle a little bit of the same sweet chili sauce. Nothing beats starting off a morning with some insanely fried food. She gave me a little freebie because I was like, oh, what is this? And she was like, try it. She knew I was gonna buy. It's so moist and dense also. I have absolutely no clue what this is called. If anyone in the comments knows, let me know because this has become officially my new favorite dessert.
We're trying Khao Mat, a chewy purple sticky rice pancake wrapped in banana leaf and grilled over charcoal until it's puffy and crispy on the outside. Inside is smeared with a sweet nutty filling that melts into the warm rice, smoky, crunchy, and the kind of street snack Kevin still drools about today.
Almost have a tea note to it, like a little bit of bitterness coming out. The red rice, and then the brown sugar sesame filling they're putting in. It reminds me of my favorite hot dog. A bit more ooey and gooey and sticky, but very close to my favorite dessert.
Chiang Mai has a robust coffee scene just like its Arabica beans. Thanks to the cooler mountain climate, it's ideal for growing high-quality coffee, and now the city's full of roasteries and experimental cafes that spotlight local farmers. Add in a blend of digital nomads, creatives, and hipsters, and you've got the perfect recipe for Thailand's new wave coffee culture.
This is what I like to call the trifecta of make me shit my pants. We got a fire-breathing dragon latte, but I'm not sure which way is the ass and which way is the head, and which way is the fire. It's pretty though, I just don't know what it is. It looks more like a silkworm. This is the mango iced coffee, and then this one is the shaken latte. So the coffee scene, let's start with the latte art coffee. Very frothy, beautiful. It's very good. It's very, very good coffee. Okay, now this I'm really excited to try. So this one is a mango iced coffee. I can already feel my stomach rumbling right now. Very fruity. I like the contrast of the bright and fruity mango juice and then the dark coffee. Shaken together, it creates something like an alcoholic beverage it tastes like. It's really good though. And coffee that you can't really find in the rest of the world, so points for that. And then this one's a shaken mocha. But yeah, if you're into coffee, I definitely recommend you come check out Chiang Mai because there's a lot of interesting coffee scenes happening. The reason why we came to this one in particular was because they were famous for its latte art, but I'm sure there's a lot of great places, something else to Chiang Mai that you can look forward to. Hi, 진짜.
You didn't come to Chiang Mai, or eat properly at least, if you didn't stop by Nang Earthen Jar Roast Pork. It's a local and tourist favorite for one reason: meat roasted low and slow in a giant clay jar over charcoal. You need to get the crispy pork, the smoky barbecue chicken, and their tangy corn salad to balance it all out. This is Thai barbecue at its finest.
Multiple of these clay pots that are kind of working as convection ovens, and it's with different temperatures. So the ones on the far left, it's lower temperature to really cook out the pork. And then the ones on the right side, it's much higher temperature and there's a lid on. So with the lid and kind of the concave of the clay pots, it works as a convection oven, which then thus really crisps up the pork skin, which you get that really crackling effect. Really hot wood fire, just glowing, and it's just adding to that smoke and char, which makes this beautiful, beautiful smoked meat. All this time that we've been in Thailand, we've been seeing a lot of different types of salads. Corn is heavily grown, especially in the northwestern provinces. And it has obviously sweet corn, beautiful yellow, juicy, plump kernels like my ass, shrimp, tomato, lime, long beans, as well as salted duck egg. So that's what's gonna add that really salty richness to this dish, as well as fish sauce and acidity to brighten it up. Oh, and peanuts too. Can't forget about these nuts. Wow, this looks so good. I'm just gonna kind of like mix it around. Look at that. He just like grabbed the corn, sliced that boy open. That's crazy work, actually. Sweetness from the kernels bursting in your mouth. Umami from the fish sauce, the dried shrimp, tomatoes adding some moisture back, crunchy long beans, salty, rich egg yolk. This is so good. So good. Wow, this is like one of the best bites we've had so far in Chiang Mai, and I've been seeing that for a lot of places, but this for real is truly special and something that we've only gotten here at this restaurant. So I feel like every good culture has their own rendition of crispy pork. Actually, surprisingly enough, Korea does not have crispy pork, which is a little bit sad. It's so crispy that you can see the skin kind of releasing and puffing itself up. That you want to see, and look at how beautifully crisped up it is. Golden brown. It looks almost like it's been fried. And you achieve this by really cranking up the pork belly at a higher temperature in the later pots to achieve this puffy, almost pork crackling texture. I think we need to figure out a way to bring one of these pots to our home. And I also love the fact that some of the tables underneath are the same clay pots. Like they really committed to the motive, and I love that. So another thing that he has been grilling is chicken, and so we ordered a half of the chicken. And what I found really interesting is that the grill master, he's constantly like flipping it and checking it and making sure that all the skin is evenly roasted. Wow, this looks super juicy. I know that it's juicy because it's freaking heavy. Look at that. Beautiful pink in the center. To be honest, when I go to like Southern barbecue, one of my favorite things to order is chicken because it shows that you can really cook out a chicken without making it dry. I think it's very simple salt and black pepper, and then the skin right here. And for this one, I'm gonna try this chili sauce. Wow. That bite ruined Costco chicken for the rest of my life. The thing is, there's a reason why this place is such an establishment for a lot of people in Chiang Mai, for locals and for tourists alike. It's consistently so good. Some of their menu items is creative and it incorporates all the local produce, and it clearly shows it's famous for a reason, you know? As your mom Ashley says it, basted.
So that's everything we ate in Chiang Mai over 72 hours. If you're planning a trip to Thailand, consider heading up north to the jungle where the food is bold, the views are lush, and the energy is unforgettable.
Plane takes you to places like Chiang Mai, but you know what else does? A website. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs or people who are trying to grow their brand to succeed online even further. Building a brand, let alone a website, is difficult. It's a tough process. There's a lot of coding involved, but Squarespace makes it easy for you. Their visual design tools are chef's kiss. Like, look at this. You can customize it to however you want. What sets Squarespace apart is the design intelligence. 2 decades worth of industry-leading visual design expertise paired with AI. The website is your oyster. Or maybe, should I say, the world is your website. You get what I'm saying, right? After a few questions, the interactive design transforms basic information about your brand or business into an elevated online presence. Take a look at this. A few questions, and then you get this beautiful, curated, quality website automatically added, and that matches your aesthetic. So go to squarespace.com/doobidoobob to get 10% off your first purchase of a domain or a website with code doobidoobob. See you soon!